For some people, 2020 was one of the worst years of their life. But if you haven't heard, there's another epidemic that is sweeping the nation. And I'm afraid that the effects are just as deadly. The long-term effects of being socially disconnected is compared to smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. In a world where you can have access to almost anything or anyone, the internet has taken over and the youth are in trouble. In a world full of billions of people, somehow we still manage to feel alone. Welcome.
Allison, can you explain what internet is?
I'm afraid that if I subscribed to something like internet,
You would really be hooked.
I would get hooked and I would never, spend time with my family.
So the World Wide Web was released in 1993, and this opened up a world of new possibilities, creating an explosion of activity. In only a span of 3 years, it grew from 100 websites to 100,000. And with the internet, it's possible to access almost any information, communicate with almost anybody in the world, and doing so much more. But like the late great Uncle Ben said,
with great power comes great responsibility.
Are you afraid that I'm gonna turn into some kind of criminal?
we're at the stage now where we've become so reliant on technology that we no longer trust our brains. Ain't doing math no more. Any math equation equals my calculator. And Google is also not helping this problem because it helps us escape the work needed in order to find answers. We fast forward 30 years from 1993 and it's now over 1 billion websites available. Being able to have your hands on almost anything you want with just the touch of a button. You name it and it is at your doorstep.
I mean, like way back then, like cavemen, like they wasn't sitting here thinking about like working, TikTok and all this other stuff. Like they was really just thinking about surviving.
Real talk.
Like hunting their food, taking care of their people, their tribe, or their family, or whatever.
Right.
And like that was it.
Yeah.
There was nothing else to it. And somehow we evolved in society to where we added more things that we didn't need.
Real talk.
Like who thought of social media?
That's crazy. It really is.
I don't think social media is making the youth more lonely. I think it's just become the easiest way for us to cope with our feelings. Access is opening up so many avenues for us to feed our vices. And today we're talking about how this level of loneliness has led to destruction in so many ways beyond social media. But don't get me wrong, because social media has still done its damage. We're seeing higher levels of depression and anxiety. And if we were to just have a heart-to-heart for a second, just come and sit down with me, player. When we talk about access, when we talk about the internet, and when we talk about loneliness, there has to be one thing that comes to your mind. It's everywhere. Who knew that a quick Google search would be years of something that you just can't put down? And trust me, I know. Bro, you can stop anytime you want to. You just don't want to. I get it. I understand. And for those who weren't even thinking about that word, yes, it is a bigger problem than you may think. We're talking about anybody that knows how to operate a phone and just type in some naughty words and boom. You're looking at highly inappropriate 1 girl, 2 cup, whatever the fuck it is. We look up and before we know it, we're talking about so many destructive long-term things that are happening to us in our adulthoods because of this addiction that we never addressed when we were kids. And not because we didn't want to, we looked at it as something so harmless. We're talking about a quick big butt search and boom, oh my gosh. If only they told us, if only we knew when we were younger, the things that we could have done to stop this.
This stuff is targeted to kids.
Okay, but hold on. Be fair about that.
No, it
How
is.
it targeted though. Be fair.
These videos aren't age restricted.
But I'm
give you head prank, strip challenge. Bro, these women aren't damn near, bro, these are, like, I'm not even, like, exaggerating. These could legit be thumbnails. Why is all these kids doing the Andrew Tate stuff like, I'm not going to have no friends, I'm not going to go out and have fun, I just need to grind. Because they seeing videos like this with these dudes freaking getting all these girls, and it's like, okay, I gotta grind on YouTube. I gotta grind on YouTube. And I'm not gonna say him because I don't know, but like a lot of these YouTubers, they're not even making their bread from YouTube, bro. They in the back end having OnlyFans accounts, and they're freaking like they have like 30 girls on their OnlyFans, and that's where they're making their money from. They're not making money from YouTube, and then they're also sexualizing their young audience, and they're also ruining the image of women. Someone's consumed 700 videos of this. Who wouldn't think that? Who wouldn't think all women are like this, man? And you really don't interact. Like, let's keep it real. If you unironically watch Fresh and Fit, like you're not interacting with women. So,
well, I say I can see what you're saying, but like, see, I guess like you, damn, I'm nigga, so I didn't grow up watching this shit. Like this wasn't on our feed for real,
bro. It's bro, this like affected our generation.
The best example I could bring or analogy I could to show this is if you brung a kid to a candy shop every day, then expecting them when they're hungry not to reach for the candy. They're not about to pick up broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and asparagus. And unfortunately, the more that we evolved as a society, the more it became like this. We're all kids in this candy shop. And we don't have warning labels on each wrapper for us to know what is actually going to affect us 10 years, 20 years down the road. Another issue is that you simply cannot stay away from these sites. Even if you aren't typing in the hub, over-sexualized content is everywhere. And it's already infiltrated the family-friendly platform with everything that we could possibly need in just the palm of our hands. We're talking about people who are misusing this power of access. With all of the access, resources, information, technology, people decided to take these things and go down a very, very, very dark path. And they only felt the need to go down these dark paths because they had to feed this loneliness by some way.
Rubbing my brick on my friend to see how she reacts. She touched it. What the fuck?
If I see another 20v1, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose it.
Good gracious. Where the f your shirt went? Don't worry about it. Can you see my print though?
When we talk about that's a little freaky to be on here type of content,
you gotta be quick.
For whatever reason, Black YouTube is leading this charge.
Black YouTube sucks. When it comes to Black YouTube, I feel like there's two sides. There's one side with these amazing content creators like Corey X Kenshin, Berleezy, AMP, RDC, and many others. And then you got this other side with these creators that don't care about their content at all. All they care about is the money that comes with YouTube, and all their videos are just based around sexual things. One side is like that homemade burger that takes hours to make, and the other side is like that $2 McDonald's burger that tastes good for about 5 minutes, but the next day you feel like absolute.
The smasher passes, the kisser grabs, the see my Patreon for the X-rated content, these horrible fake gold digger pranks. My God, I could go on. I mean, I can't blame you because these type of trends, hey, you're doing it for the bag. When we look at a list of these channels, I mean, my God, the views are great. I wish I could pull these type of views. If only I had a thick Latino in my videos. If your content isn't catered toward a younger audience who believe that this bull is real, then I mean you're only catering to people who are lonely enough to consume themselves with it.
Bro, Black YouTube has a problem where we have no originality. I'ma type in 20v1.
Yeah. Okay, the 20v1.
I'ma type in 20v1 and look at this, man. Here, let's watch the intros. Let's watch the intros. Okay.
YouTube, man, what is good? It's your boy Wow with the Sauce Man here with another freaking video, and not just your typical video. We just did 5 mil.
Okay. This is Ryan. Now we're gonna go look at No Love Mar.
What's going on, YouTube, man?
Whoa. Wait, hold up. Am I getting deja vu? Wait, hold on. Maybe I hit on the same
YouTube
channel.
Man, what is good? It's your boy Wow with the Sauce Man here with another.
Hold up. Okay, wait here. Okay, so those are two dudes here. I'm gonna go to Florida Made. I'm gonna
Yo, wait, they look, man.
Whoa. Why is every Black YouTuber in a white abyss? What are they going to the pearly gates? Are they in heaven? Is this what happens before you go to heaven? Do you see all white and 20 women come out to rape one guy? Like, why are we saying the same thing? Black YouTube has a problem. So is they all copy each other.
You gonna let me eat that ass?
Oh yeah, no, I ain't.
I know y'all just
We've been working on what the
wait, hold on.
What you doing?
Let's talk about niggatry. This includes employing anti-black stereotypes and tropes, to feeding into scripted and harmful dating dynamics, all the way down to exploiting literal children. It doesn't matter how over-the-top, regressive, or offensive it may be, if it gains clicks, it'll get promoted. As much as we rightfully scrutinize the foolishness within this type of content, we don't often examine the conditions that allowed for them to even be in this position.
Now, I don't believe that this type of content makes you lonely, but I do believe that when you're lonely, you will turn to this type of content. When you see these women throwing themselves at men in these videos, you seeing the level of confidence that it takes to riz up a baddie walking by. You looking at your life and the lack of females that you got on your roster, and you thinking, dang, must be nice.
I grew up watching DDG. He been in the game for a minute. Like, I was watching him back when he was in college before he blew up. And, you know, you do his vlogs and, like, you just see his transition from him being in college to him making a big move to LA to, you know, all the girls he was talking to in the relationships and friendships that he had on his channel and everything that he's going on. And then that was like 2016. We in 2025. That's almost 10 years. I've been sitting there just watching somebody's life. This nigga got a kid. He almost 30. In a way, it's almost like I feel like I know that nigga though.
Yeah, because you feel like you know just from what you see.
Never seen him a day in my life. I think that type of relationship that I feel like I have is replacing real relationship that I could be having with somebody else.
Say about OnlyFans, I feel like it's harmful to the lonely men out there subscribing to see titties and ass and shit.
You can see it for free.
Because now they're in a loop. Now they think they've built this like this relationship or bond with a virtual person, and we don't even know again if it's her responding. And then they don't feel the need to go out no more because they've built these weird virtual relationships with these one-dimensional relationships. So why would I go outside and talk to somebody because there's a risk I'm gonna get rejected? If I could just go on OnlyFans, I know the person I pay $12.99 a month is gonna respond.
When you're already depleted of these social interactions, you'll turn to these things as a sense and hope of a reliever, a way to distract you from how you really feel. It makes you a fiend for an unrealistic desire. If you're socially disconnected, one of the ways to fill your time is going to be the internet. But unfortunately, this loneliness has caused too many people to abuse this access.
Wait, how old are you?
24.
So what are you doing here, man? Right after she said she was 15, you were saying things like, I'm surprised you're a virgin, actually.
Do you realize that this is illegal? Because this chat log does get at some point. Just couldn't stay away. Would you say it's some sort of addiction to the internet that's causing this behavior?
Yeah. Oh, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
Right.
Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
This segment, I'm not even sure how much I can really say and really get off because, you know, there are a lot of guidelines and restrictions, words that you can't use on YouTube. A pred, we call those EDPs now, just in case you're not hip to the game. Now, when we think of people like this, we don't typically think what drove them to this ledge. We don't really think about their reasons behind it, and I mean, rightfully so. Once you do a deed this bad, you know, you can't go back. I think 2024 really opened my eyes to how damaging loneliness can be. If you've ever watched To Catch a Pred video, you're really able to get an insight on what makes them do such a heinous act.
I'm really just trying to understand why we're here. Because looking at you, like I wouldn't assume you're the type of guy to do this by looking at you.
No, sir.
So I'm stunned.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I don't have anything.
And sadly, if you watch enough of these videos, the one line that they always draw to is, I did it because I was lonely.
What's happening tonight? Being stupid. Being stupid? What do you mean by being stupid?
Lonely and made a bad decision.
In the most extreme or worst case scenario when it comes loneliness. Some people will turn to, EDPs. They'll turn to,
Yeah. EDP
yeah,
445.
yeah. They'll turn to things like that when they get lonely, and because of how much it consumes you, you just get that desperate. And I don't believe that justifies what you're doing, but it's just a sign to show you that like, dang, this shit it's a powerful disease. But even when we talk about turning to these dating apps, all of the romance behind dating has been completely watered down. Just imagine the old heads back in the day having the ability to just swipe left and right on these shorties. Bro, Uncle would be going crazy when the GOAT J. Cole said,
Love today's gone digital, and it's messing with my health.
They've made it so easy for us to build surface level relationships. If all you want to do is bang bang whoop whoop, all we gotta do is match and link tonight. You ever tried to hit that one night fling up when you was having a mental breakdown or just a bad day? You know why you couldn't do that? Because you can't. She ain't trying to hear all that. And to me, these are obvious signs that having people around doesn't stop you from feeling alone. The world gained more access, they gained more freedom. With more freedom, they felt like they had more power. And with more power, they began to feel untouchable. The question is, what are the effects of what's happening? Welcome back to another quick conversation here with a special guest. I'll let you introduce yourself.
What's good, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? I'm pretty popular on the channel. Thank y'all. Hold your applause. I am Kendarius. Hope you all are doing well, and hope y'all enjoy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to it. So a lot of people get addicted to stuff, but there's a reason to why you're addicted to that thing. So a lot of people think, oh, I need to stop doing this. I need to stop drinking alcohol. I need to stop smoking weed. I need to stop going to corn and all that. But there's a sole reason on why you go to that thing. There's a trigger that leads you to that. So instead of you trying to fight the trigger, fight what triggers it, if that makes sense. Find what started all of that. Because you can fight that thing, but you're not fighting the reason behind that thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I believe that is a big thing a lot of people struggle with. They're focused on that one thing, but not the root cause of that one thing. Just like, let's say, if we see a dead tree out in the woods, we'll look at the tree and see that it's dead from the outside, but we'll never look on the inside or under its roots to see what caused the tree to be like that, if that makes sense.
And I know this is a serious topic, a serious moment, but you lucky spit with that dead tree analogy. I don't know where you got that from, but that was tough.
I mean, it's not easy. Don't get me wrong. It's just being in that unfamiliar territory. Like for me, for example, I don't want to say I've been lonely. There are some days where I feel like I'm by myself. And it's not like that because I have people around me that care for me and everything. But in the moment, you don't think like that. It's just in the moment thing. So it's like a quick release of dopamine when you go smoke, drink, corn, go meet up with whatever it is that helps you cope. That can be your thing. Even with me, I would say the game has been one of those things for me. With if I'm feeling some type of way, I'll just get on the game, and I think that'll help me out with how I'm feeling. And it doesn't, because once I turn the game off, it's right back there.
Loneliness stinks. We've probably all been there at one time or another, and there's no really arguing with the fact that it is no fun. But it turns out that loneliness might have an even nastier set of tricks up its sleeve. It could be wreaking havoc on our health and even cutting short our lives. What? The internet is full of headlines about how dangerous loneliness can be, but the idea that it causes more public health problems than obesity, or that it can literally kill you, It's pretty wild. Even though it might be hard to pin down exactly how common loneliness is, there's actually quite a lot of evidence that it's linked to a number of health problems. It's been associated with higher levels of the stress hormone cortisol, higher blood pressure, and increased risk of heart disease. It's also been linked to lower activity in genes that reduce inflammation, and even to dementia. But in that case, it's not clear if loneliness causes the condition or if the condition itself causes loneliness.
I ain't trying to get too much in your business, gang. Can you tell me maybe your experiences when it comes to loneliness, especially with you being a young 20-year-old? Like, why do you think you experienced that?
Because of the day and age we're in and how it's hard to open up to people. And with how we're growing in this day and age, a lot of people don't have that figure to help them understand how to express themselves or how to be vulnerable or even reach out to certain people, because some people may see it as weak, just being unfamiliar with doing that. Some people just are comfortable with trying to deal with it themselves, and that's not what's best for us. Now, I'm not saying it's not best to be by yourself sometimes, but it's okay to reach out. It's more how you treat the situation. It all starts with the thought of how you feel, your emotions and the thought.
How has your journey been, like, making friends, or why are you smiling? What's fun?
I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
So what are you, 22, right?
Yes.
Okay, so as a 22-year-old, what has your journey been like? Just socially connecting with people, making friends, like just being social. How's your journey been with that?
It's not easy. Especially with who I am as a person. I don't fit in with how other people go about things. I don't do a lot of what other people do. I'm not interested in sports. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't party. I don't do hookup culture. So all of the things that people tend to do that aren't good for you, I don't do. I've made friends, but I don't consider them like my close friends. They're still like acquaintances, because at the end of the day, I don't feel like I can depend on them. And there's nothing against them, but it's hard to find a solid friend, you know. A lot of people don't like to do regular stuff. I know in this day and age, things are expensive, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like a lot of people don't want to do anything that involves money. But they'll be quick to go buy some alcohol, some weed, or go to a party or something like that. But when it comes to putting money towards an activity or a trip or just anything, it's I don't got enough money for that, I'm saving right now. But I'll see you 2 days later posting on your story, you out drinking some alcohol. Like, make it make sense.
What I'm hearing is like there's a disconnect between people that you conversate with. Like there's a division between those type of people and the people that you can actually talk to. Like, hey, I'm having the worst day of my life, or like when you actually need support and things of that nature. Like,
right. I need people that want to strive to do better. Most of the people that I know out here, they're comfortable with where they're at. And now I'm not saying you got to be going for the same stuff I'm going for, or it got to be like something crazy, but I don't like when you don't want to try new stuff. And I'm not saying you have to do that every week, but it's like they're quick to do the same things, or not. Like I said, they flake a lot and they never say, oh, my bad, this and that. It's just nobody says it. It's just quiet.
Okay, with us being in the, and look at the wordplay I'm about to do.
All right, bro.
With us being in the social media era, you like that? You see? I think another thing that makes it difficult when it comes to interacting with other people, especially around our age, is I think we're so used to engaging on the internet or talking through games on your phone instead of being face to face with somebody. Another thing that you did mention though was finding like-minded people, and I think that's the hardest struggle of, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody thinks the same, but finding somebody who, they ain't got to get every part of you, but mentally y'all just connect. That's a very hard thing to find,
right?
Especially a relationship. But we ain't even gonna get on that side of
that.
Another problem that I see is that the internet, it it like makes us kind of like forget like how real life is or reality of things.
The modern women, the insanity, they're shaving their heads because Trump won, all this crazy.
Hey, he's doing that.
He might have to go fresh fit. Dude, you do not watch enough YouTube videos of the up-to-date stuff that's going on? Like, dude, they're crazy. Women are insane. There's normal ones, yes. But women are not in the brain nowadays, man. Like, I watched this one really cool video, some Singapore ladies. Oh my God, you to get a real woman, we gotta go out to Singapore.
And it was just the way that he was talking, it was like, bro, you don't touch grass. You don't be outside.
So you don't think like your love of your life, it might be in this Walmart, bro?
Nope.
Like, do you try to look for it?
No.
So how you gonna find the one?
Because I don't got the money to go to Singapore.
What do you think are solutions to this problem of loneliness?
Get off your phone. Get off of social media. Like you said, go outside and actually get the experiences that you want. There is somebody out there wanting to meet you, talk to you, but you'll never meet that person if you don't actually go seek that person. You know, you're so used to all these quick things that give you that satisfaction, and you're scared of the unknown, that unfamiliar territory of actually going out and looking for what's right in front of you. If you know any of my friends or family, and you used to ask them about me before I moved out here, I'm a totally different person. And the reason I am like that is because I actually got out. I had to make friends. I had to get new jobs. I had to learn what I like, what I don't like. I had to learn more about me through everything that I'm not comfortable with, talking to people, going out doing stuff by myself. I have not been to church by myself without my mom in the longest time. And I went out. I was scared. I literally almost didn't go to church last week because I was like, dang, I don't want to do this by myself. I went. I enjoyed it. I found me a new church. I like it. I learned so much these past 2 services. I was so comfortable with not doing anything on the weekend, feeling some type of way because I'm like, oh, I don't have nothing. My life is the same day after day. Now I wake up going to church, the same place every time, but learning something new every time I go. I've seen comments of people actually like trying to go out and do something by themselves, and you look in the comments, this person is literally struggling with trying to get out and do stuff by themselves, and you go look in the comments, people saying, oh, you're weird. I wouldn't do that. That's weird. I had to go out with friends. I don't care what you do in this life, good or bad. There's always going to be somebody that has something to say. You could go out and give food to the homeless. Somebody is going to say something about the video. Maybe you need to get off of this stuff. Maybe you need to stop checking those comments. Maybe you need to stop worrying about what's out of your control.
Those comments that you've been seeing on your phone when you out, and somebody might not even be looking at you, but you thinking they looking at you thinking, oh, why you got them shoes on? Why you got that da-da-da-da on? Oh my gosh, why he with that girl? And da-da. All these things just start rambling in your head because you've been so attached to what other people have to say. One thing that I think stuck with me that you said was kind of just like taking risks. Take the risk of getting out of your comfort zone. Take the risk of trying different stuff, new stuff, in hopes of building a better environment for yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you hate yourself, if you hate being in your own body, you know what I'm saying? You got to do the work to figure out why. I think that's another bigger issue. People don't ask themselves why enough. Why do I feel like this? Why am I turning to the hub? Why am I turning to these vices as a distraction?
For any people that are out there that are believers too, you can't pray for something and then expect for it to just fall into your hands. You have to go out there and do the work that is needed to get to where you want to be.
I also think when you take more risks, the more risks you take, the more you become okay with failing. Failing isn't always a bad thing.
Shout out me, my channel, The Great Ken. If y'all want to go subscribe, he'll probably link it down below. I upload my life basically. I just want to be out. I want to be there for people that may be dealing with what we're talking about. I want to be that person if you need somebody to talk to or learn from, or if you just want to see me grow. If you want to take after my footsteps, learn from me how I go about things and try to implement it in your life. I'm going through an unfamiliar season myself right now. So what I'm telling y'all, I'm literally dealing with myself. So make sure I trust the process and don't get sidetracked. Stay on the main road and don't go through an exit to take a break. I just got to keep going forward.
But yeah, if you are feeling alone, it is not something that you should just be like, brush off, be like, well, I'll thug it out. Especially if you're a man, even if you're a woman as well. But a lot of us men, we have these emotions, we have these feelings, and we just brush it off because we're told to just, oh, don't cry about it. But loneliness is a significant public health concern affecting millions of people worldwide. If you feel lonely, don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to go out there and find and make new connections.
Think about it like this. If you don't do it, who will? So at the end of the day, do what you need to because somebody else gonna do it for you.
It's a cold Sunday to complain. I hold it in until it rains.